Good evening and welcome to Orla Live, the Irish column for Sunday the 25th. Sorry, it was the 24th when we done Orla Live. Sorry, Sunday the 25th of January 2026. My name is Paul Simons. I'll be joined by Orla Donoghue now in the next couple of minutes. I think Martin are coming on. I have a few videos to play and let's jump into the comments there just to have a look. Hi to all. How are you? How are you, Vincent? How are you, Finno? How are you, Paul? How are you, lads? How's everyone? How are you, Eddie? Well, it's Greenland for the Greenland people. So, yeah. Like, sub, share. Fair play to everyone. Yeah, you get on all the channels there. I'll put it out there now. Hang on. Good evening from Manchester. Hello there, Michael John. How are you? Good evening, Paul and everyone. Hello there. I'm very slow here for some reason. Oh, I have the lovely Orla. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I can't hear you. Oh, I can hear you now, yeah. It's very... Are you on the, what you call it tonight, or what are you on?
Just hot chocolate.
I meant, are you on the tablet, not on the gargle?
Oh, I'm never on the gargle. Yeah, I'm on the tablet.
Paul. Thank you very much, Michael John. Cheers. Sarah Malone. Yeah, everyone repost the stream there. We're up to 200 there. You can get us there. You'll get us on Lodge Live, on Fitzy Dub, Anthony Alcasey, Rugger Morph. That's all on Twitter, X. You can get us on the Gale Force Media YouTube as well, the Irish Column YouTube, and you'll get us at Gale Force Media 20. There's the thing there. That's the web address there.
Listen, Chris, he's all right. He's still attracting all the women. So he's doing okay. He'll be coming on next week with like a red dressing gown on him.
I actually had a red dressing gown on me there. I'm only out of the shower. I actually had a red dressing gown on me. Yeah.
What did I used to call you? The Hugh Hefner of Coolock.
I used to. Jesus, another way of getting that from. But I was sitting here and I was sitting here doing something and I just happened to look in the camera and I was looking at myself in the red thing. I thought, oh, not good looks now. Get that off you quick.
Do you know what you miss at times like this? Miss Jaden. Must get back on to him, see if he's still available to do some of those graphics. He was coming up with great proof for your age.
Yeah, I know. He was brilliant. You can get us. Oh, I better change that there. You can get us back on the WhatsApp number 089. What was it? 089 203 1521. 089 203 203 1521, wasn't it? That was it, wasn't it? Oh, 203 1521. Yeah, I think that was it. So you'll get us there on that as well. You can email us or you can WhatsApp us at 089 203 1521. Let's go through a few more of these. Evening, Paul, Orla, and chat. Good evening. Good evening to your lovely cats.
I've only one cat here because the others were causing trouble the last night, so they're outside.
He's forgetting the day and the date for which the show is. Yeah.
It's his birthday now, Chris. It's all right. We found it on the Ark of the Covenant. It's wrote on it.
Orla, I'd happily date the God Paul in a heartbeat. Yeah. Thanks.
That's all right. Off you go.
I'm looking for now. To be honest with you, Mike. All grand demo, just taking the mick out. I know. Paul Hogg. How are you, Paul? How's things? I have Mr. Murphy. Hello there, Martin. How are you?
How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, this evening?
I'm loving your background.
Oh, darn it. I'm after forgetting my supplies. I need duct tape and I need a wooden spoon.
I, hand on heart, will not be swearing tonight. I, hand on heart, will not be, or I wasn't in the pub today. I normally drink on Sundays, but our new professional approach won't be happening anymore.
Oh, I like the second.
Oh, I love it. We shouldn't have really told anyone that. We should have just did it anyway, you know what I mean? But hey, how was your week been, Martin? I seen the podcast up there. Deborah O'Driscoll I seen there?
Yeah, Debs. Yeah, great conversation. The funny thing is when you're talking to somebody that you actually know quite well, it gets very, very casual and you completely forget that you're actually sharing this with the public. So it's very, very interesting. There's some very off the cuff topics. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Deadly. I'm looking
Like the
forward to it.
background.
I'll move out of the way and let everybody see it.
Yeah, Gail
Yeah.
Force.
It's,
I'll keep going. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Can you see it there?
Yes.
yeah, I can
Force
see it.
Media.
And we have it on
Yeah.
the right hand corner just above your head as well there, Martin. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Like, everyone is getting hockey now. What's that? Who's talking?
What do you mean, Paul?
Someone's talking in my ear. Hold on. And it sounds like it's Noel McConnell. Something in my ear here. We go on, you keep talking there. You can't hear it. Don't worry about it. Talk away there.
So when's the interview with Deborah coming out? Is that tomorrow night?
Tomorrow morning. I put them out at 6:00 in the morning, so it'll go out live at 6:00 in the morning, and people can watch it back once it goes out live. Everybody can see it whenever they get time. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long. Good conversation, just two people having a chat. That's the whole concept of the show. It's just conversations. We're not trying to solve the world. We're not trying to fix every single problem. It's just two humans talking to each other. So huge interest. I have 2 interviews tomorrow that I'm going recording. I have another 3 booked for next Monday. So a lot of interest in people just wanting to have a chat.
Very good. That's what it's all about.
I saw your video of the is that a tattoo artist, is it?
Stuart.
I'm going. Is there any discounts? Is there? Can I go in? Can I get 10% off because I know Orla? Some cool stuff.
Do you know what was great about it is that so they reached out to me because a lot of the businesses are actually reaching out now, which is brilliant. And I knew of the place, but I just thought it was an art gallery because it just looks completely different to what you expect a tattoo place to look like, you know?
Yeah.
And I went in and it was just amazing because it's so bright and it's airy and it's, you know, it's unassuming. You don't feel intimidated, you know, especially if somebody's, you know, would say it's the first time getting a tattoo and they're nervous about it or anything. You know, it's not all like blackened windows and, you know, skull and crossbones and everything like that. And they were just so nice. And the artwork up on the wall, like, I mean...
So when I saw the video, I just saw... I'm a comic book nerd, so I saw Spawn in the background and I went, I'm watching this one. Yeah, so
it's just unbelievable. Like, and then the training that goes into it. And he said, like, it's so important for people to be able to draw. Because again, as I said, like, you could be in the middle of something and the stencil come off. And you have to be able to finish it, you know? Yeah. And he says, like, the amount of people that are just buying it and doing it. But he said, like, that can lead on to... you know, infections and like you have to be so careful with what you're doing. And again, you know, you're supposed to go to somebody who's a total professional.
Yeah. There's I can't remember what the name of it is. There's one really good place in Kilkenny. My son gets his tattoos there.
Don't know it now.
I can't remember what it's called. I'll actually send you the name, but they're again so professional. You do almost an interview before you can't walk in and get a tattoo. You go in and do an interview and you have a discussion about it and they talk about placement and what you want and and then the artist goes away, and they are artists, by the way. They go away and they come up with concepts and then they bring them back to you and go, look, this is what you've said to me, this is what I've come up with and stuff like that. And just very, very professional. I'd love to know I remember what they're called. I'll have it for the just next time.
I have to say those guys now were brilliant. I hope the video does well because.
Can you hear me there? Have you noticed? I'm at the noticing here now while watching.
Paul, you're muted there, Paul.
Am I back in there now?
You are.
Yeah. No, I was watching Noel McConnell stream and Ciara Connolly stream, and you know, different things going out live on X. Lads, we're getting a hockey day over. We're getting hockey day over. Like, there's nothing getting out here. I'm being honest with you. You know, I'm being honest with you. Facebook is probably the same.
It was going to happen. The simple fact of the matter is we've launched a media company, and we're going attacking the state professionally, and through multiple different channels. So look, this is par for the course. we're going to get hit with. Look, I'll tell you something interesting that happened to me. I got one of those emails from X telling me that the EU, due to EU regulations, one of my posts was being investigated. Now, it wasn't a particularly nice post, but that's it doesn't matter. But it just shows you
about how nice it wasn't.
The state. Well, it was humorous, but it proved a point about censorship and where the line of censorship should be. But the reality is, the state can't use their own instruments within the realms of ERA. So they're using EU law to suppress us. So it wouldn't surprise me if our algorithms have been hit left, right, and centre, but not directly in Ireland. I reckon the state is going to the EU saying, "Oh, these are bad people against the EU," and you know what happened with the Shindadina website, etc. In the past. So look, it's par for the course. We will survive and we will battle through it, and censorship can't stop us.
No. Can't. Okay, Orla. We will. What do you want to go with first?
Whatever. I've sent you over a few bits and pieces.
Yeah, I think we'll go with.
Let me just go onto the page here now.
No,
Paul is a new admirer, Martin. I met a lady during the week. Did an interview with her. You should probably take him with Paul.
Oh, okay.
Tell me more.
That's the only thing is, she hasn't met him yet.
Oh, she'd be even more.
Did you hear that? Did you?
I have one question, Orla. What age bracket is she in?
Well, she's not the usual that goes from, which would be like coming up to 80.
Lads, come on.
Listen, we've had women. I swear to God, we've had women. Nearly climbing over barriers to get it, Paul.
I'm just still saying. I think if we want to fund this thing and we want to take it seriously, I think there's only one way to go, and it is the Paul Fitzsimons OnlyFans page. I think it's the only way to go. It's good. It's good, clean money. It's good, clean money.
Yeah.
We'll supply the baby oil. All you have to do is dance.
Someone to rub her on. Yeah.
Oh Lord God.
That's Orla's job.
No.
Yes.
Find someone to rub her on.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm handing in my resignation letter as of this evening.
I just actually held in my first curse there tonight.
Good.
Yeah. I was going to say I'm not beep doing it.
Yeah. So look, shove up whatever you want, Paul, because there's loads of stuff.
Yeah.
See Ferg in the comments there. All right, Ferg.
How are you, Ferg? How's things, brother? I want to just go with Simon Harris talking about this, about joining with Trump. This is fun.
What we've seen here is dehumanizing, degrading, and disgusting. It has had a real profound impact on many people in this country and indeed across the world. People who've been directly impacted and indeed just the chilling and general disgusting feel that people have sensed from the abuse of technology and from AI. And we do need to act, and we will act. I think the committee hearings, was it yesterday, was a useful and important starting point. I think the recommendations of our AI advisory group are also good. These are the experts in this area too. That's why we convened our meeting this week. It's why the minister is due to report to government. And I will ask that the minister proactively engage with you and indeed all opposition parties, because we need to pull together on this and show that Ireland can lead in innovation, absolutely, but can also lead in protecting our values, protecting children, protecting women, and making sure that technology is never used.
Sorry, that was my fault there. There's another video of him talking about. I think that was the one about Elon Musk and about this safety thing. Lads, I'll tell you what, no illusions here. This is to quell your free speech. This has nothing got to do with children or protecting children or doing anything. Like Meta has been doing it for years. TikTok has been doing it for years. All these AIs, it's just that it's X and it's free speech, and that's why they're coming after them. End the story. There's no other reason.
I agree 100%, and I'll go one further. The simple fact of the matter is that all forms of pornography are bad, whether it be AI generated or actual real made pornography. It's just not a good thing for humanity. Okay, the fact that the Tulsa scandal is still ongoing, and we now know, as a matter of fact, there are kids being abused in state care by foreigners and by Irish people as well, and they're doing absolutely nothing about it yet, because X is where they get their heat from. That's what they're going after. It just shows you how soulless these people are. They have no souls whatsoever. These politicians. That man, Simon Harris, is just an empty husk. There's nothing there. There's nothing behind those eyes.
Their soul. We've all said that. There's no coming back from that.
If you look at that other one as well, that's Helen McEntee. There's nothing behind her eyes. Like, she's just an empty vessel. That one, I swear to God. Yeah. Photoshop has the ability to. Exactly. You can do, like, listen, you were able to do this years ago with Photoshop or anything else. You can do anything you want. You know what I mean? And people make fake things about people. This has gone on years. This is not just a new thing. It's a new thing now because they want to get, listen, they just want to get you on side, that they're frightening you, that your kids could be up online and someone could do this and someone could do that. They could do that either way. All they have to do is get a picture of your kid off Facebook. Like I used to post pictures of me and the kids all over Facebook years ago, and then when I tweaked all this, I thought, no way, no more pictures. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is, because they can be taken out. Like, did you ever see the video where the guy is in the shop and this man walks over and says, "Oh, hello, Lucy, how are you doing?" And the father looks, you know what I mean, and he walks away. And then somewhere else he goes, "Oh, hello, Lucy, playing on Saturday, blah 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 blah." And like, everybody knew Lucy through social media. You know what I mean? This is what the whole gist of it was. Well, 10 different men came up to her, men, 40s, 50s. And the father's going, who are these? Like, you know what I mean? And then the whole moral of the story was everybody knew who Lucy was because of her social media posts and because of your father's social media post, you know? So, yeah, that can be dangerous. I get that. But listen, I hope if they're going to do one of me, I'm going to be buff and, it's going to be, I look good, like, Might even use it on me boyo.
Orla's eyes didn't just roll back in her head; they went the whole way around and came back again.
Angela Leggett just asked there a minute ago, did you listen back to your podcast with Morlock? I don't know why she asked that, but she
Angela Leggett normally comes up as Angela Leggett.
Oh, yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, okay, cool. And like it, yeah, you're right. Okay. Point taken, Orla. Yeah. Okay. I think that is her. It doesn't matter. Maybe she got blocked on something that you had to make a new account.
What was that? What was the question?
Did you watch back your
interview
podcast with Morlock?
Do I watch them back? No, I pull some clips out of it and stuff like that. And I'll run through it at double speed. Just to, I don't edit. So literally I'll pull a couple of clips just to put out as a promo, but I never edit anything, if you know what I mean. So there isn't a huge, massive need to watch it back. I'll be having Morlock on again. We said we'd come. We said we give it a month or two, and he'll come back in and just update me and update everybody else on what he's doing, where he's going, what his ideas are. So anybody who's on will be back again, because this is going to be ongoing. We're going to track and progress the conversations and see, do people's opinions change? Do they get more staunch in their beliefs? Do they bring new evidence to the table that they're right? So yeah, but in relation to watching it back fully, literally skim through it at double speed. Same way I listen to all my WhatsApp messages.
No, I do. See, I do watch the show back when I'm pulling it down. Like, you know what I mean? I leave it running in the background. You know what I mean? When it's pulling down. So now it doesn't take long to pull down, but I still just leave it on in the background and I can listen for things. And yet we have to remember tonight. What do we have to say if we want the? Yeah. Clip it. Yeah, just before we start talking, or after you start talking, and then it'll clip it for us. The AI will do it for us. AI can be a good thing. You know what I mean?
It's look, the wheel was great. People who kind of crap on AI. The second time I didn't curse. Are the kind of people who would say, "Oh, let's stop using the wheel because we don't like the shape of it." You know what I mean? Potential
I
for
have to just
terrible
jump off in a minute. Keep talking there.
Yeah,
Martin,
AI
you
is
can go up. Go on.
potential for terrible harm, but it also has it has great uses. And the simple fact of the matter is, every one of us have day jobs or responsibilities or this, that, and the other. We owe 40 to 60 hours of our lives to other entities, people, or businesses. So we do this in our spare time, and we don't get paid for it. We do it because it's the right thing to do. So of course we have to use AI. You know, there's no other way around it. A little bit like you can't AI a conversation with another human being, but in relation to promoting and helping us do clips and promos, etc., like that. Of course, look, the reality is there's only so many hours in the day. There's only so much you do. Like, actually, how many? Like, if you think about it, your interviews they're fairly short, so you know what I mean. They're not massive, but you have a conversation with the person before you start recording. You have a conversation with the person after you start recording. You had to drive there. You had to drive back. You're probably talking about 3 hours work for every interview in and around.
Probably, yeah. And then I sometimes have days where I have 3 businesses a day.
Yeah.
Like all this week, I have 2 to 3 a day up until Thursday, I think.
But that's a full-time job. That's literally
it's the clipping afterwards, putting the caption on, trying to spread them out, keeping an eye on social media.
Yeah.
And
so you're doing a full, same as the rest of us. You're doing a full-time job for free, and that's right. But it's the right thing to do, and that's all that matters. Yeah, and it's
businesses are on their knees. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't charge for what I do.
There. Businesses. There's a concept that's been put out there. It's actually been talked about in Shin Nadina at the moment. It will help businesses. We're looking at doing or there's an idea. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Actually, do you know what? I won't talk about this because the idea isn't fully formed, and it's still something that's on the table, and I don't want to put it out there yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull back from that one, and just say that there are concepts there to help everybody who's earning a living, paying through the nose and getting zero return for it. There's a concept there to use mass community power to push back, so to speak, and it'll be open to all Indigenous Irish people, employees, business owners, etc. But yeah, the concept is it's 90% fleshed out, but like I said, we'll do a show on it at some stage. Who else did you speak to during the week, Orla? Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
Saturday I did 2 coffee places, and then I did a dress hire.
I saw the dress hire one.
No, I haven't put that up yet.
Oh, who was the lady? Was she one of the coffee people then? Kind of a lady with the straight hair down to the sides, or was it?
Yes, that was Blake's.
That's all the coffee shop.
That's the hairdresser. That was the hairdressers.
All right.
You see, I'm normally ahead. Like I probably have 2 weeks of worth of videos ahead. I'm just trying to kind of space them out a bit. You know, and then I try to kind of have them all different as well, that you're not putting too many coffee places together. Now, normally the restaurants and the coffee places are generally the videos that do the best, because I suppose people just, people love going to a restaurant or cafe or whatever. But it's amazing how many, like the butchers videos, I was really surprised at how well they've done. Like I have another butchers this week. I think I have another one this week as well. But I've got a few different, I like to kind of try and change them up. Another art person's after reaching out to me this evening to see. So I think I'm going to work tomorrow. Because I have three tomorrow. So yeah. But no, it's going good. It's actually great when they're reaching out to me. It just makes it a lot easier.
I do. Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments there and throwing up a few of them as well, just while Paul is gone.
Are you able to access to put up videos?
You'd have to send them to me. Because
I'll send you this one here. Okay. She might be watching, so this might be a little bit of a surprise. Either that or she'll kill me.
Very good.
Here we go. Hang on.
I'll wait for it to come through.
No, that's
I'm not looking. For anybody who's wondering, I'm not actually staring at the ceiling or staring to God or anything like that. It's just my second screen. I actually have it mounted up in the wall up there, so it's kind of, I have to do a bit of this. Paul is back.
I'm back. Yeah, I just had to move the car.
Did you get that sent over, Paul? Or not Paul, Martin?
I have it there. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
if I can
you want to play that?
I don't know if I have.
What you want? What are you playing?
Does Paul already have it?
It was sent over to him. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my phone is ringing. Sorry, 1 second.
Which one do you want me to play, Orla?
It was hold on. Gone out of it now. Hold on. Right. The last video. See the last video I sent you? Because she could be watching tonight, so it'll be a bit of a surprise for her.
Who could be watching?
The lady.
Oh, okay.
It's the last video that I sent you this evening. The clinic one.
Okay, the holistic thing. And Carlo. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be subtle here now, Paul.
Okay, yeah.
You should be watching tonight, because you're probably going to kill me.
You're about as subtle as a brick, Orla, to be honest.
I was being subtle. You weren't.
Okay, let's play this now. Orla was out and about again this week talking to the businesses in Carlo. And this is one lady. What's her name? Kira, is it?
Kira, yes.
Yeah, geez, how did I remember that?
So I'm here with Kira at Kalash Business Park on the Staplestown Road. And Kira runs a business called CC Clinic, which is a holistic business. Kira, how are you?
I'm good, Orla. How are you?
How is business going?
Business is going good. Good. It could be better. It's a little bit quiet at the moment, but it's January, so we're hoping to pick back up soon.
Very good. And how do you feel at the moment with the support from the government?
There is no support from the government for small businesses. As far as I'm aware, I can't get any anyway.
It's very difficult, especially on small and local businesses.
Yeah.
And what services do you offer here?
So I specialise in fat reduction, non-invasive fat reduction. It's the only FDA approved fat reduction. I specialise in microneedling and seaweed peels. Everything I do is holistic and organic.
And you were saying everything is plant-based as well?
All the serums I use are plant-based.
And cruelty-free?
Cruelty-free, animal cruelty-free.
Very good. And what do you feel is the importance of people coming in and supporting, small and local businesses?
I feel that if people are supporting Irish businesses, we're going to be able to survive what's coming, to be honest. And I also feel that if people are supporting a small business, like if someone supports my business, say, I can take on people from the area, I can expand, I can grow. So I feel that supporting a local Irish business is keeping the money into town, giving local people a job.
And there's a great community sense as well, because when people come into a local shop rather than buying online, they're getting, personal contact. They're getting a friendly smile, they're getting a lovely welcome coming into a place. And that is missing from shopping online.
Definitely. I for one love when my clients come in the door. It's really refreshing. It's good for me to have local people coming in to support my business, and they have done for the last 3 years, and I'm so grateful for that.
That's great, Kira. And I just think it's lovely what you do, that it's something a little bit different on the holistic side of stuff. And a lot of people are very interested in that.
Yeah. So my approach is I don't like putting toxins into my body, so I won't put them into yours. And I can get the same results using alternative organic treatments than you get the same as fillers and Botox. I just don't do them.
That's very good. Well, listen, Kira, thank you so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate it. And all the best for 2026.
Thank you, Orla.
Yeah, Martin, that played fine for you, Martin, did it?
Yeah, 100% could hear it fine, yeah.
Yeah, played
fine. Yeah, I don't know, my screen just went black and I didn't know whether...
Yeah,
but anyway, look, that is Kira, and she runs a holistic
reduction. I have a little belly on me now at the minute. I'm looking for someone to reduce it. And she does it all organically. I'm liking that.
Yes. So there you go. Now, did I send you over? Hold on a second now. Let me just check here. I've forgotten what I've sent over. Hold on. Oh yes. Will you play? We'll run that, and then that's that part finished. This man, Martin, from your own town. Good man, Frankie, with the Tipperary cheese. This man was just so class to talk to.
Here we go.
So I am here at Carlow Farmers Market with Frankie, who's from Tipperary, and Frankie has an absolutely fantastic array of different types of cheese. So how are you, Frankie?
Good.
So you are from Tipperary.
Well, based in the Glen of Aherlow, the Blues Creamery in the Glen of Aherlow and Tipperary.
And what sort of cheese do you sell?
We do mostly cheddars. We do all our homemade, artisan, handmade blue cheeses. All the selection here, plain, smoked, wild garlic, cumin. They're all artisan, all handmade cheeses. Yeah.
Very good. So everything is all handmade by yourself?
Most of it, yeah. Not all of it, but most of it.
The majority of
And then
it.
you have cashew cheese there from Turrigas and Tipperary. Colleen there from Tullamore. We try to use as much Irish as we possibly can.
And you attend the farmers markets?
Farmers market here on a Saturday, Kilkenny by the castle on a Thursday, and Sandy Mount up in Dublin on a Friday.
Very good. Well, look, you have a great selection of stuff here. And is it all cow's milk, or do you?
Everything's all grass-fed, done in cow's milk, sheep or goats.
So you do sheep and goat as well?
Sheep and goat as well, you know by the colour of it. That'll be the sheep. The goats, Killeen, beautiful.
And how are you finding things as a small business?
Finding it hard at the moment.
Yeah. And it really is so important to push out this message of people shopping Irish and shopping local.
Shop local. Shop local. We spend that money, as you said, we filter back out into the communities.
Well, you see, that's it. If you're buying your produce from Ireland, it's the money stays within this country.
It stays there and it stays within the local communities.
Exactly. And it is so important.
Absolutely.
Because small business at the moment are under so much pressure.
Things are tight, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Frankie, thank you so much for talking to me today,
No,
and I'm wishing you the very best for 2026.
Thank you very much.
I love
Good
Good
cheese.
man, Frankie.
I love
Just
cheese
need to
as
say
well.
that I love, of all the foods that exist, I like meat, but I love cheese.
And I can't remember what I got. I think it was one of the soft cheeses, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And he was such a nice man, like just to talk to. And like initially, like it's just really funny with the videos because I get an awful lot of people saying, "I'm not recording, I'm not doing it, but I just seem to be able to get around them all." But I like to keep things relaxed because at the end of the day, it's important, to show them as a business owner, show their face over the business, and for them to be relaxed doing it as well,
That's a lot of work.
and it's giving them a voice as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of work doing 3 farmers markets a week. He's going to Dublin, he's going to Kilkenny, and he does where was the third one he said?
Kilkenny, that was Carlow. That's where I met him.
So Kilkenny, Carlow, and then he does
And
Kilkenny,
then
Carlow,
up
and
in
Dublin.
Sandymount, yeah. And the cheese, as I said, was brilliant. And he just you just know by him, he just knows his stuff, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just meeting such amazing people. It just shows how important it is to support local business.
We have great producers. We have such great producers.
Yes.
And yes, do you know what? Yes, it is going to be more expensive than Tesco, Dunn's, Lidl, and Aldi shite. But for the most part, it is shite. That's not a curse, by the way. Shite that you're getting. You know what I mean? So if you can support one of these cheese dealers, whoever is selling whatever that is produced in Ireland, just do it. It's going to cost a bit more. It's worth it. It's better for you in the long run.
But it's supporting them. It's supporting families.
But you're not just supporting them. You're supporting yourself. You're putting better food into your body.
Yeah.
You're putting less chemically tainted food into your body. You're putting a food with more nutritional value into your body. It's well worth the investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just on that note, the way you're talking about boy Irish and do this and do that, I'm going to just play this here. This came to my attention yesterday. I'm sure you've seen it, the Kerry Gold, have you?
The packaging, yeah.
Not the packaging. No, have a listen.
Butter is just reprocessed corn and soy as well. Kerrygold Pure Irish Butter actually uses corn and soy feed supplementation to feed their cows as well. Their cows were recently found out to have 15% of their diet from GMO corn, soy, and rapeseed, which can tip the balance of omega-6s to omega-3s to an unhealthy ratio, increasing the risk of things like inflammation. Plus, it's not organic. Now, most of their diet is pasture-fed, and Kerrygold likely has a far better omega-6 to omega-3 ratio than most other butters on the market. But it is worth noting, a lot of these butters are not 100% pasture fed. And the issue gets even worse when you look at the top butter in the market, Land O'Lakes, which formulates their cow's diet with upwards of 70% of corn and soy. And if we're eating dairy that is fed with too much of this stuff, we greatly increase the risk of things like cardiovascular disease, inflammation, and obesity. And what's scary is 15 to 20% of the American diet comes from linoleic acid, largely from these feeds. What you want to look for is 100% grass-fed, organic, pasture raised, and only 2 ingredients, organic cream and salt. The best thing you can do is double check your butter on the Oasis app, where we're also working to lab test all these brands to verify their claims.
Now,
That's interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Not interested either, no, what's going on these days.
So yeah, but okay, there are different rules and different regulations in different markets, and companies will produce. Like America's a free for all, what you can put in food, like you can put mad stuff in food. So companies will sell a different product in, I'll give you an example. Rice Krispies in America are not the same product as Rice Krispies in Europe. As a matter of fact, if you look at American products and compare them to European products, you'll see the American products have way more ingredients, even though it's packaged the same, it looks the same, and you think it's a brand, whatever, Kellogg's or Mars or anything like that. So it would be very interesting to see what ingredients the actual Irish product, the product that's sold in the Irish supermarkets has. That happens quite commonly in huge companies. They'll package and sell a product with different ingredients as being the same thing, because they can get away with it legally in different markets. So it's one to look into. Look, just the simple fact that listen, they lie on packaging as well, but just
need to check your labels. I mean, somebody tagged me in a post earlier on about tomatoes, and they were from Tesco, and it says Irish tomatoes, and then it says origin Spain. You're probably packaged in Ireland, you know.
Yeah.
But like, it's the importance of just, checking your labels.
Yeah. Very good,
Yeah.
Christine Walsh, when Kerrygold, when I contacted them, they could not guarantee that their butter did not have Bovaer, as if the milk they use is from other suppliers. Thanks for that, Christine.
Sorry, back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, more than half the products in supermarkets isn't even real food.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Chris, you'll be pampering yourself. Apple tart and cream like myself, yeah. Processed shite indeed. Yes. It's like so many UK food brands. They're all the same. Tesco stuff is shite. Yeah, but I've seen this like through the years how this stuff has deteriorated. Like, you know what I mean? And now nobody is buying. I went into Tesco's the other day and they were selling off the Quality Street for now. I don't like Quality Street. They're shite as far as I'm concerned. But they were selling them off for $2.50 a box. They can't get rid of them because of the palm oil. Nobody wants them because of the palm oil.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out, there's palm oil in everything.
But pretty much all chocolate. I did a post this a while ago. Pretty much all chocolate contains palm oil because it's cheaper. That's why there's so much in it. But again, all you have to do is just check the labels. Check the labels. Cadbury's is one of the worst for it. But there is chocolate out there that doesn't have it. So you just, again, as I said, just look at what you're buying.
I'm just going to answer that one there. Pure Teague. Truth is, avoid all animal products, too much cholesterol. Contrary to what people think, cholesterol is good for you. Like, your brain is made up of 70% of cholesterol.
Yes.
And anyone that's on cholesterol tablets for years ends up with dementia. So, I'd rather not be taking the cholesterol tablets. I've never.
And we featured this on the show a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, very good one. What's this here, Paul O'Neill? Michael John Dennis. Remember horse meat scandal? 99% of British beef burgers are produced in Ireland, all controlled by Larry Goodman. Yeah, good. Dark chocolate is so rare now. It is. Do you remember years ago you used to get the Bourneville? It was lovely.
Well, you can still get it. I just don't think it's that popular, but yeah.
Not the same. It's not the same.
No.
Food is full of shit to force us to on medication, all making us sick and dependent on medication. I agree with you. Anything in a bright package is definitely worth avoiding. Yeah. Try and melt a Cadbury's flake. It doesn't melt. Yeah, it doesn't. Not anymore. No.
I don't normally get flakes.
Most little chocolate has no palm oil. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll check that out, Angie. But try and melt a Cadbury's flake. Have you seen how small a Cadbury's flake has gone? Like, you know, the way you used to get them years ago. They were
yeah,
thick.
But you look, everything's shrunk down
now. You get 12 in a box. You know what I mean? There you go, and smaller pack sizes. Yes, exactly.
But it's the same as your roses and all that. Like, you open the tin of them or the box of them, whatever, and it's only half full.
Yeah. But now they've stopped as well on that, Christine, on that point. They've stopped putting in a glass and a half now. They've stopped saying we put a glass and a half of milk in. You know, have you seen the ads now? They don't say that anymore. Eat animals. I agree with you, eat animals. Orla doesn't agree because she's a vegetarian. But hey, listen, nobody's perfect.
Listen, am I not doing butcher's videos?
Yeah.
You know?
You'll be doing Linda McCartney.
But I am doing it. Look, people are not going to stop eating meat, all right? That's very unlikely that's ever going to happen. My issue is to make sure the animal is well looked after. It deserves to have a good life and killed humanely.
I'm going to be honest,
it's high animal welfare standards. That's what's needed.
Once it's cooked nice and it's on my plate, I really don't care where it came from. You know what I mean? Once it was clean and humane
and looked after.
And looked after, yeah, little pillow.
Well, animals deserve to be treated well at the end of the day.
I know they do, yeah. I know. Yeah. Boy Coco, make homemade chocolate with butter. Yeah, I used to, when I was seeing Joyce that time, she used to make this chocolate. It was cacao or cacao.
Oh, yes.
But it was 20 or 40 quid for a bar of this, like, you know what I mean? This was
it's got high, it's high, I can't do.
I think it's 40 quid or 50 quid a bar, like, and it's only like a block. It's only like a block of cheese, a block of butter. But you scrape off a thing and you put it on milk and make a hot chocolate out of it. Jeez, man, you wouldn't be sick with it. I tell you, it clears everything.
It's very good for you.
Yeah. Speaking of sausages, I'm in town early in the morning and I'll be in Dunn's for 9:30 for my breakfast. Best breakfast in town, I tell you. It works at 5 items, $5.50. Get 8 items, it's only $7.50 or $8.50. Well worth it. Tea, toast, and the whole lot. So Dunn's breakfast is the best.
Okay.
Right.
We go back. So do you want to start up the top where it says Sunday Show, work our way down? It's probably the easiest. The first one then is about, this needs to be highlighted in relation to the blister packs.
Yeah, I have them here now. I'm just going to share this. Can you see that there? Yeah.
Yes.
There, you can see it there. Blister pack charges by some pharmacies for own benefits, says Minister. This is from last Thursday. Minister for Health Jennifer Carroll McNeil has told the Dáil that some pharmacies were charging people for blister packs for their own financial benefit. Charging vulnerable pensioners, disabled people, people who are ill for blister packs is a tax on aging, disability and illness. It's a short-sighted move and will lead to more medication errors and more pressure on A&E departments. Absolutely shameful. Credit Care Champions Ordinance. The Minister for Health, Jennifer Carroll McNeil, has told the Dáil that some pharmacies, have been doing it for their own financial benefit.
They're charging a tenner, because I was in speaking to a pharmacist during the week, but this is absolutely disgraceful, because at the end of the day, normally the people who use those blister packs are either people with dementia or Alzheimer's, you know, and or people would say maybe with cancer treatment or whatever that have a lot of medication. Like, we're after giving 141 million over to the World Bank. We're paying 2.1 billion at the very least on iPass, and we can't afford to give out blister packs for people who desperately need them. And this is to stop a mix-up in the drugs, that they're not taking too much or they don't forget it or whatever. Like, this could seriously, you know, affect somebody's health if they mix up their tablets or take too many in the one day. That's what those blister packs are for. But again, who are they punishing? Like, it's just ridiculous what's happening in this country. It's an absolute disgrace.
It is. I'm going to bring Martin back up. Hello there.
Blister packs. Yeah. Sorry, just life sometimes happens during the show.
I've just had a rant. So.
No, it's Orla, it's brilliant. I was listening. The very simple fact of the matter is this is deflection from the government trying to blame the pharmacies, saying they're doing this and this is the reason that we have to. It's all deflection. Remember, the government first said they were putting up the price of the blister packs, and now they're demonizing the pharmacies to take the heat off them. So don't be fooled by the switch and bait. Okay, some pharmacies may be doing this. There's some unscrupulous, greedy people out there. We understand that, but do not buy the switch and bait. It's basically, don't look at us putting yet another tax on retired people. Look at the pharmacies. Do you know what? It's the same as all of the carers that are now going to face tax bills. I would say that.
Oh, we have a video on that as well. That's another
brilliant. Because I would like permission to have
absolute disgrace.
But I would like permission to have a very angry rant about that with no cursing, because I am extremely angry.
Paul, that is under carers. Like, I know this myself. My mother had MS. She died last year. She was in a nursing home. We couldn't look after her because her needs were too complex, right? She was at home for a short period of time, and there was somebody coming in. It wasn't enough. She ended up with a blood clot. You know, carers are just, like, you cannot emphasize how important carers are. And they are saving the government millions upon millions, because, you know, they're keeping, you know, whether it's, you know, whatever loved one it is at home that's not going into residential care. Because I know my mother, I think she was $1,200 a week in a nursing home. Now, she got the fair deal, right? But a part was taken out of her pension. But, like, again, I would hang my head in shame if I agreed to do that to a carer.
Agreed.
I agree myself. Yeah, it's disgusting. I'll play that.
This guy actually, just to give him a shout out, he's very good on TikTok. I have to say, he comes up with some brilliant stuff.
Right, hang on. I'm just going to share it out.
And he's an accountant as well, so he knows it.
Oh yeah.
Revenue hit a carer with a 39 grand tax bill. Revenue recently sent out over 34,000 letters to carers in Ireland over unpaid taxes. This comes after the Department of Social Protection sharing data with Revenue of who was in receipt of carers allowance. And it turns out the majority of carers in Ireland didn't know that they had to declare this income. This is the wild part. On RTE's Instagram page, they shared a video of RT Radio where a husband rang in to say that they were hit with a 39 grand tax bill. Carers allowance in Ireland is means tested, and so the woman was in receipt of carers allowance, but it also takes into consideration her husband's salary, and her husband over a 5-year period was working overtime each year, and so Revenue calculated they owe 39 grand. He said his wife, who still cares for her mother, is now looking for a job just to pay this tax bill. They've agreed a payment plan with Revenue, and it's €40 a week over 17 and a half years.
I might just go Alex Jones on this. Right.
Go on.
If we don't stop the state doing this to us, we might as well just get into the suicide machine now. Yeah. If social services are sharing data with and look, we know the scam artists out there. We know there's Romas, there's Irish, there's this, that, and the other. There's loads of scam artists, there's loads of bad people. The majority
aren't. They've sent a bill to an 81-year-old man. An 81-year-old man. Like, how can you show your face doing something like that?
There is a carer in my very close circle. If a letter comes through my door, I will not be held responsible for my actions. And I'm telling you that because I see the work that I know loads of carers. I know people with autistic kids. I know people with kids with special needs. I know people who look after their parents. I know people who look after their uncles. I know people.
I went to a door in Kilkenny and I met a man who was looking after his mother. And this man, I'd say, was in his 60s, and he was getting €60 a week. That's all he was getting to look after his mother. And he had to do everything for her. Like, I think somebody came in once a week, or sorry, once a day. But he was there the whole time, and all he was getting was €60.
Yet they'll subsidise.
They'll
subsidise Nigerian companies who employ people who rape elderly people. The state will subsidise Nigerian companies that employ people that rape people in their 80s and 90s. Yet they're now taxing the. If you don't understand, and everybody watching, you need to have this conversation, this angry conversation with everybody you know. If we don't stop them, they're going to kill us. They mightn't do it now. I'm terrified of getting old. I'm absolutely terrified of getting old. I'll tell you how terrified of getting old I am. Right? I'm actually fucking started ordering testosterone online so I can actually keep myself as strong as possible for as long as possible. Because I am terrified of, it happens to every man. Your strength goes, your strength leaves you at some stage in your life, you know, and you're not physically going to be able to defend yourself. I am planning that far ahead. I'm planning 20 years ahead where that I can still be in reasonable condition to defend myself from what the state and what it's allowed in this country is going to do to us as elderly. I'm terrified of being old, guys.
But they're already started over in Canada that you're going to be a burden on society. Would it not be better if you go with the suicide bill?
Well, the other side of that is,
in places like Japan, the elderly are nearly worshipped. Do you know? It just shows your difference.
We 30 years ago, that was the Irish society.
Yeah, I know.
We respected our elders. And you sat and listened to the wise old men and the wise old women. We thought we worry about
Charlie Haughey. We didn't know what was coming down the road. He is nothing compared to what's there now.
If you're a carer and you get a letter from Revenue, this is one to bind people together. All the carers need to get together. I don't care whether you're left, right, up, down. I don't care what your political leanings are, what your beliefs are. I don't care. If you are a carer and the government is trying to tax you, you need to say no, and you need to band together with your brother and your sister from different belief systems and different backgrounds, etc., and say no to the government. You need to get out in the streets. You need to bring the elderly people that you're caring for and the poor kids that you're caring for out on the streets, and you need to embarrass the state into backing down on this one. It's very, very, very important.
And they can't use, actually, Paul, this is a good time to pull this up, St. James's Hospital, because they needn't turn around and say they don't have the money or they need money when this nonsense is going on.
He's on mute.
Sorry there. Was it the issue on the apology? Is that what you're talking about?
St. James's, hospital issues, yeah. Look at this for money. Deal, yeah, that's it.
Let me just share this and we will.
With over 1,000 beds and more than 5,000 staff, St. James's is one of the biggest and busiest hospitals in the country. Today, its CEO has apologised after it emerged that the Dublin Hospital paid out nearly €1.4 million in 2024 for radiology services to a company operated by members of its own staff, without following the proper tender process and without a formal contract.
We did not meet the standards that was expected of us, and for this I apologise. I wish to assure the committee that this was driven by urgent patient need, in cancer in particular, but also in cardiology. And this was to prevent delayed diagnosis and to deliver the best possible care to our patients.
Today's Public Accounts Committee heard that the company in question is owned by 18 consultant radiologists who were also employed at the hospital.
The radiologists in question actually did not interrupt their core work. What we've actually seen is that the core activity has increased over the years.
It's also emerged today that over the last 8 years, the company actually received 4.7 million from the hospital for carrying out around 35,000 diagnostic scans.
Those employees who are directors of a company that received 1.4 million and we now know 4.7 million, they hadn't declared this in their declarations.
It is a source of regret to the hospital that they did not declare this. And
Yeah.
again,
Because it's
I do need to apologise for that.
this, what this looks like from the outside is it looks like a really sweet deal.
The hospital says it has put measures in place to ensure that something like this doesn't happen again. Paul Quinn, Virgin Media News.
More jobs
Now,
for the boys.
might I just add something there? The 1.4 million for cancer services and other services to the company, right? This was, apologize for paying over, right? 18 directors were members of staff. And they want to charge a tenner on blister packs. And they want to tax carers into oblivion. And they're after wasting 4.7 million.
Wow. Wow. But that's,
Get angry.
listen.
Get angry,
look,
get angry, get angry, get angry, get angry, get angry, get
Who is
angry.
angry, man?
Look
Come on,
at
get out,
the
Mr.
bike shed. Look at the security hut. Look at
Yes,
the
the
couple
phone
of steps.
couches.
Like, come on,
Yeah, the
guys.
bicycle, those stupid steps that they spent a couple of million on as well. That looks the exact same as what was there before.
Those items don't physically touch, nor are physically touched by the majority of the population. The person you care for, you see them, feed them, help them every single day. This is the one to get mad about. There's so many ones to get mad about, but this is the one that goes across the entire political spectrum and social spectrum. There are carers from every aspect of society looking after children, the elderly, this, that, and the other. They don't get recognised enough. They don't get. Not being smart, Ren. I just personally believe that mothers shouldn't have to work, and mothers should actually get a child care allowance for raising children. As simple as that. Only the indigenous population of the country, not anybody else. Only the indigenous population. I personally believe that care is the most important thing, and I've seen it firsthand with what
Paul,
people have to do.
Sorry, Martin. Paul,
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's Martin.
Hi, Paul. All right, Martin. Fair play to you all. If I realised that wasn't me, my Twitter was res flagged again, but then I questioned it. They apologise. I reported to YouTube also, so I think I'm back. Fair play to you, Angela. Thank you
Good
very
stuff,
much.
Angela.
Great to see you.
Well done.
Listen, Angela, not much gets past a woman.
Yeah.
Liz, start locally. Go to the schools, meet the mothers at the gates, find out who is caring for who. Talk to people in the shops. You see people in the shops. It's normally a daughter out shopping with the mother or something like that. And the mother's elderly or kind of weak or maybe a little bit scatterbrained and stuff like that. And you see the joke and the laugh at the checkout and stuff like that. You know these people. Go and have a conversation with them locally. Start campaigning the local council offices. Campaign your local councillor. Just make a bit of noise and a bit of stink about it locally, and that will build.
Emma Lamb just wrote in there. She's getting taxed. Right? Does anyone know anything about tax? In her last one there, she said she was taxed 140. Well, I was getting taxed like that before Christmas. Now the first week was taxed 110. Second week was taxed 140, and I get paid every 2 weeks. Like, that's crazy. So she's working half a week or more just to go on tax. Yeah.
What's the letter on your tax band, Paul? I think you have some background sound coming in there. I think it's actually I think it's actually me speaking coming over your speaker.
Go on, talk there.
I can't think of anything to say.
No, well, it's not. It's Orla's.
It's Orla's, is it?
And it's coming from Orla's.
Okay, it's Orla's one. So, tax. Yeah, just put up the letter of your tax band, and we can do the old googly on it and figure out what tax band you're on.
Fair play to
And then speaking of things not going on, go over to DePaul Housing and see what they've been up to.
Oh, DePaul. This is the Vinos. Yeah. This is from Matt Tracy. I'm not going to go into the whole lot of it, but I'll just share it there. Hang on, and we'll just read about it.
It's only a screenshot, so there's not that much on it.
Yeah, I still have to share it. There it is there. DePaul housing, 70% housed in 2024. Hang on, I'll just mute you all. 70% housed in 2024 by DePaul had been in IPAS. Research into what is taking place in relation to any issue is made more difficult when key agencies with responsibilities in another sector, in any sector, are reluctant to provide information. I had contacted 10 of the main approved housing bodies with several queries related to the accommodation and social housing of persons formerly resident in IPAS centres. Novas was the only one to provide anything. Okay, there was a video. Now it's too long. It was Councillor Patrick Quinlan. I have to say, he was in the council last week wanting these numbers. He has been asking for these numbers for the last year and a half. And all they keep doing is saying he's a racist and he's a bigot and he's a Nazi and he's a this and he's a that. And I'm going to be honest, fair play to him. He stands up and he's the only one out of about 46 of them. And the rest of them just give him a stick and call him out. And he still stands there. Fair play to him to get his point across. So, yeah, kudos there for that, mate. You're on mute. You're all on mute, Lee.
No, I was just saying it was an excellent exchange.
Have I been muted for that?
You were just muted there a second ago.
Yeah, what I was saying is St. Vincent de Paul is there for the homeless. Do we not have enough of our own Irish homeless? 3 Irish people are after dying within 3 weeks. Like our own people need to be prioritised.
It's not St. Vincent de Paul anymore. They have taken the religion part out of it. It is just de Paul. Yeah.
Well, de Paul will never ever get anything from me again.
Orla,
it depends on which de Paul you're talking about. What is it?
What?
I'm gonna send you these in the post.
What are they?
Headphones.
Earphones.
Why?
Because the sound of your tablet is feeding them. So when I'm speaking, I can
hear it. No laptop. I'm waiting for it to come back.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Where is it gone? I'm supposed to drop down, so I was going to drop down.
I have it in the shop I did one of the videos for. I dropped it in there.
Okay. I'd say
because I can't. I'm looking at to use that tablet.
I'd say the hard drive moved. The hard drive is only that size on it. I'd say it probably moved on the board. If it's not finding an operating system, that's what it is, I'd say. But I was going to go down this week and all I was just to have a chat and see it and whatever, but I won't now. Blacks and
one way to get rid of it.
Yeah. DePaul housing are so woke. Yes, they are. Fergus Power. That prick who robbed the thousands upon thousands from the mental health charity and spent it on Brazilian rent boys and drugs. Apparently, McEntee has paid him 30k after he was caught. Sick of the fucking lot. You're right, Ferg. I'm sick of it myself.
There's a good one there on the comment on the Garda Powers bill.
So what?
There's a comment there on the Garda's power bill.
Hang on, I'll go down through this. Paul, have you noticed the amount of people complaining about the bad treatment their elderly are getting in hospitals? Yes. Is there a cut-off point these days for proper treatment for elderly these days? I don't know, mate, to be honest with you, but I have been hearing that a lot. A friend of mine, now when I say a friend of mine, he's probably 10 or 12 years older than me, and he got his esophagus removed. And he was telling me that it was horrendous up there. And he wouldn't say that until the day he was leaving because he was afraid in case, he was just afraid in case they'd turn on him and they'd hurt him or whatever. But he said it was horrendous. And he reared up on 2 or 3 of them when he was leaving, Yeah. Paul, boys, who cares? Catholic, Protestant, atheist, these are the real world issues affecting all of us.
That's a good time. Paul, will you put up Europe's fastest growing religions? I've seen this on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Yeah.
I thought it was quite interesting.
I actually pulled this down. I have this already. What would you say it is now?
Not hugely surprising.
Alan Snack Bar.
Alan Snack Bar. Now you have it. Let me just pull this up.
What?
Islam. Yeah. Where did that pop up? Yeah.
Orla, I'm going to have to hover your mute button and just wait till your lips start moving and unmute you, because the feedback is, I don't know what it's like in your end, Paul, but it's brutal on my end.
I can hear it. I can hear it, yeah.
I'm doing nothing. I'm just
You don't need to. It's us coming out on your speaker.
It's our voice, yeah. It's our voice coming out in your speaker and then actually being picked up by your mic. So it's
yeah, there it's gone now. Fair play. Just leave her off. Now she's back. Now, see this here now. Here we go. Fastest growing religions in each European country. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Now, you have Western and Northern Europe green. Islam is the fastest growing religion. Eastern Europe blue. Christianity is the fastest growing religion. And Portugal and Ireland in West. Paganism the fastest growing in Iceland. Buddhism in the Netherlands. So you can see us and Portugal are the only two left. See it? There you go. Portugal there. And here we are. And there's Russia. Russia is... But look at that in Europe. Look at that. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Come on, I was waiting for Aura to talk there.
Right, okay. Very interesting to see Rome. Is Rome not where the Pope is in the Vatican? So that's quite interesting. Spain, Catholic country. France, Catholic country. Germany, Christians, a lot of Protestants there. You know, Austria is Catholic, isn't it? Switzerland's Catholic. Well, Christian anyway. You know, so yeah, very, very interesting. And not in a good way.
Make no mistake, people. See the green? You're being conquered. You are being conquered by Islam. And it's only a matter of time. Lads, I'd say 10 years, 15 years, and we will be conquered by Islam if we don't stop this. We need to stop this now. We really do. What do you think, Martin?
I'm trying to manage Orla's mic. I'm too busy.
Okay, I'm just looking at just Sweden, for example. So Lutheran, 8% of the population is Muslim now. There's Orthodox Christians. It's probably a lot of Protestants there as well. But yeah, 8%. That's Sweden. But sure, they're destroyed. Norway, again, Christian. Does it say what's coming in yet?
Orla and Paul and Martin, any thoughts on the new Guarded Powers Bill 2026? Stop and search your home without a warrant, copy all data from phone and computer data. I'm just actually going to share this here. This is something that Suzanne Delaney put together. Just a little video, but I'll pause it as we're going along and I'll read it just so as people will see it. I'll actually read it. As you can see it there, as I play it, I'll stop it because this. But there you go. Gardaí can break into your home, implant a video camera or recording device in your living room, leave it there for 3 months, and then they can break in again and remove the device without you even knowing they were there. Revenue can put a tracking device on your vehicle and monitor your movements for 4 months. This is all governed by law and intended to combat serious crime and protect security of the state.
If that was the case, we would all go absolutely brilliant, because if we believed that the state was only going to use this against the Muslim Brotherhood and serious organized crime and people trafficking, we would champion this and we cheer it and we go, yeah, absolutely. You know exactly who's going to have their bloody house bugged. You know exactly who's going to have their car tracked. So there you go. You can shove it up your...
So this is already in. Under the 2009 Act, Gardaí, the Defence Forces and Revenue can secretly record you with audio and video devices for 3 months. They can break into your home to implant the device and again to remove it. If they can, they have to get permission from the district court judge. But if it's an emergency, a superior officer in each agency decides, and they get it 72 hours. Gardaí can secretly put a tracking device on your vehicle and follow your movements for 4 months without permission from a district court judge. Let me explain it. Like, they get it from a superior officer and they get 72 hours to engage in the surveillance. Gardaí and Defence Forces can secretly put a tracking device on you. Yeah, okay. State surveillance, how Gardaí and others can secretly monitor you. This is from the 2015. This is 11 years ago, people. Yeah, so they can do that now. That's what they can do, you know. And this has only come out in the last couple of days. 22nd. Stay away.
Advice would be to carry 2 mobile phones with you at all times. Your real one that you don't give up freely, and unless you're arrested and strip searched, like, and a fake one. That's the easiest way to do. We have to find ways to cover them. Carry 2 mobiles, have one concealed. That's important, and have one that you'll happily give away to the guards, because you don't want to get yourself arrested and searched. So just hand it over, give your name and address, date of birth, and walk away, unless you're being detained. Learn your rights. We actually should download a lot of this stuff and put it out on social media, and what your rights are in relation to interaction with the on Garda Síochána. You know, it's kind of a case of have backups for everything. Have other ways to get into your accounts and stuff like that. If your door gets kicked in, they take all your computers and stuff like that. Basically, alert the public as quick as you can. Get back onto your social media and say, look, cops have taken this. There's nothing on my hard drives. And this is just intimidation. And let the world know that what devices have been taken, when they took them, and that you've interacted with them in relation to getting them back. And keep all the paperwork. Put all the paperwork out there. If Garda gives you a piece of paper, put it out on social media. Only in the light. Only in the light, people.
Yeah. I just have... I think we'll move on. I just want to play Liam. Liam done a video. I want to play Liam's video, and we'll come back and talk about that. Okay?
This week, a Fianna Fáil TD was convicted of dangerous driving. The charge: driving his Audi Q5 at speeds up to 190 km per hour on the M8 motorway. The politician is Michael Cahill, a TD for Kerry. The court called these actions utterly unacceptable, handing him down a €500 fine and a 2-year driving ban. But the speed on the road is only half the story. The real issue is the speed of his resignation from a key government role. Until his conviction, Michael Cahill was a member of the Joint Oireachtas Committee on Justice, Home Affairs and Migration. The irony is stark. A legislator responsible for overseeing the law, breaking it at nearly double the speed limit. He has since resigned from the committee. But what about the other side of his financial life? The one that involves the state paying out hundreds of thousands of taxpayer euros. As a TD, Michael Cahill earns a basic salary of €117,000 a year, but his household income is significantly higher. Between October 2023 and March 2025, his wife Brenda Cahill was paid over €600,000 by the state for accommodating asylum seekers from the Ukraine and other countries. The payment was made through her company Baywatch Limited. The question remains, is this the accountability and transparency the public deserves from its elected officials?
Rotten to the core. They'll be putting the new to the party of anyone. Yeah, Arsenal. Look at the amount of properties. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, I might have been watching. I might have been getting pop-ups all the time. I'd be looking at houses and all. You know, when you win the lotto, big places, 20 million and all that shit. Like when you win the Euro Millions. But the amount of, how would you say, between 1.5 million and 6 or 7 million euro houses that have gone on sale since Christmas has gone through the roof. Do they know something we don't know? Have they been tipped off, or what's going on? There's something going on here. These big stately homes are all being sold off.
Indian money coming in. There's extremely wealthy Indians. That it's a huge population. There's a huge amount of Indians that are extremely wealthy. They're coming over. They'll snap them all up.
Yeah, great work from that man there. Yeah, fair play, Liam. From Liam Butler. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, his show will be starting probably. We said we'd do a February, didn't we? We get it all sorted and try and get it up and running by February.
Liam's show is going to be very, very heavily research based. So you have to dot all of the T's and cross all of the I's, so to speak, in relation to the facts that are going to be put out there, because it's going to be dealing with facts and some scary stuff, guys. Some scary stuff. But yeah, everything's going to be checked, double checked, triple checked, and verified 100% before it goes out. But yeah, I mean, scary stuff. That people have no idea what's going on in relation to the people trafficking. They have no idea what's going on. Like, there is state-sponsored, Garda-vetted, fucking pimp culture.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay, we've done the DePaul.
Actually, do you want to do Suzanne Delaney? Now, there's a little bit of reading. You don't have to read it all, just whatever you think is prevalent. But she's talking about the children. Yeah, Liam's excellent work, and at least you know, no matter what you ask him, you know, when he comes back with the information, you always know it's correct.
Yeah. Let me find Suzanne Delaney there again, because I thought that I did pull it down, but no, I'm not seeing it, Orla.
Irish Independent, look.
Yeah, have it here.
That's it there now.
I actually had it up.
Orla, you hardly have a set of headphones in the house, do you? It's literally, so when I'm speaking to you now, you can't hear this, but the feedback that's coming back to me is like me shouting an echo.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's not shouting, but it's, I can hear it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to share this. Give me a second. Right, share screen. There's a lot of reading in this, but just let me see. Yeah. Bullied. This is basically it. Bullied doctors afraid to report mistakes at children's hospitals. Are our children's hospitals safe for our children? I think not. This is the latest scandal in a long line. Previously, surgeons at Temple Street were found to be putting non-medical grade implements into children in orthopedic surgery cases, with nuts and bolts being sourced from Amazon and even Woody's DIY, reported by The Ditch at the time. At least one child died. Dolcana Carter, 10. Several others needed additional surgeries. Also, 2 hospitals have been found to be sending children for unnecessary hip dysplasia surgeries for insurance money. Kappa Orthopedic Hospital on Temple Street. Meanwhile, children who actually need spinal surgeries have been left to the languishing in agony and suffering around. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Martin was breathing in my ear there. Around 130 remain on the waiting list, and Harvey Morrison Chirac died at age 9. It will cost the state an estimated 5.2 million to carry out these surgeries. Meanwhile, last year they sent 810 million abroad for foreign aid. Not a cent of it is actually traceable in real verifiable sense. Taxpayers with children who need surgeries are being essentially seeing their money be spent abroad in what stinks of corruption and money laundering. There has been no criminal inquiry into either scandal described here. Sometimes hospitals are simply unavoidable. We all know this. There was nothing the parents in these cases could have done to protect their children. But if we had to go to a hospital with your child, do not be afraid to question things or push against that which your gut tells you is wrong. You know your child best. Sometimes politeness can get in the way, or an unwillingness to question professionals, which has been drummed into us from an early age. When my child was young, she was in hospital for severe dehydration following a stomach bug. She couldn't keep fluids down and then refused to take them altogether. The hospital staff insisted I shove a bottle in her mouth and make her drink electrolytes. If I could have achieved that, I would have done it at home. They sat me in a line of chairs on a ward with her in my arms. Besides many infectious children, they did not put her on a drip nor check her ketones. They only did so when I insisted. Her organs were found to be under pressure. On another occasion, she had a heart rate of 156 and it could not be lowered. They then went to discharge her for getting this alarming symptom. It was only when I pointed out that they had checked her heart rate before discharge, and then they checked it again, and they kept her in on the basis it was too high. When she was a week old, a Nigerian nurse kept putting her on her face, which is contradicted because it is not known that it can cause SIDS, cot death. There's more shocking details to that story, which I will disclose at a later time, but suffice to say, she could not have been qualified. The consequences of me not speaking out on those occasions could have been devastating. Yeah, and actually, I'm just going to actually go with this one here. Yeah, I'm going to just play this video. Okay, hang on, I'll just stop sharing this for a minute because I have to share it with. Sorry, my bad. This is a list of doctors. That was put up. As you can see there, look. South African, Italy, Slovakian, Romania, Nigeria, India, Ireland, Poland, Sudan, South Africa, Pakistan, Nigeria, Sudan. You can probably count the Irelands on one hand, lads. But look at that. That's going on since, I think that's 10 years. I think that's actually 10 years, yeah. Up to 2023. From 2008 to 2023. So, yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Don't get sick in Ireland.
Now you have it.
Paul, there's really only two things left before we start in the vaccine segment, if you want to do it. One is about Newtown Mount Kennedy, and then the other one is something from Mick O'Keefe.
That sound better though? No, it's there again. Thought it was gone.
I'll just talk about this here now. This is Newtown Mount Kennedy. The cost of bullying the people of Newtown Mount Kennedy. Having spent 2.8 million of taxpayers' money on developing the site into an iPass centre in 2024, the state has now proven that the people of Newtown Mount Kennedy were correct all along. So the men, women, and even children who kept vigil outside the site for many quiet weeks before the trouble erupted weren't racist or far right. They were just right. We know now that 1.4 million was spent on the site in 2025, of which 1.3 million was spent on security alone because the asylum seekers weren't there. There was nobody there, and they still had security there for that money. That's mental, isn't it?
Yep.
we were all right. Every one of us was right. You know, let's be honest about it. We were right about Coolock. We're right about everywhere. The right so far crew. You know what I mean? That's what we are. January 2021, I was admitted to A&E. I had complications, major surgery, and I was unable to pee, and my pee was blocked. I got well, and they'll have to send me home. Okay, cool. Yeah, but that's some money, isn't it, down in Newtown on Kennedy? What was it? 2.8 million. That's some amount of money. And not one migrant went into it.
And they brutalized the community.
Ruined the community. Turned people against each other. And
4.2 million of your money was flushed down the toilet.
4.2.
4.2, yeah.
Wow.
But look, this has to be highlighted. You know, as somebody once told me before, the more you can highlight the economic side of things, the better.
100%.
I'm just looking for this Michael O'Keefe one. The Sinn Féin fella.
No, it's underneath the Newtown Mount Kennedy, straight underneath. O'Keefe on it.
Yeah, when you click into that, it gives you the Sinn Féin followed by Green Party joining an amnesty.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I'll play this one. I have it here.
This video.
Oh no, go on, really?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, I think the last one, just take a picture with you.
I've seen that video before.
Amnesty for all.
Yeah, so when our government deports all you people, I know they're not watching, but they can watch back. I'm going to ensure that there is a large marching type band there. You know, like the Americans do, the other big marching bands. I'm going to have one at the airport, and I'm going to use taxpayer money to pay that band to be at the airport to play music as you are deported from my country. Every single one of you. We are going to celebrate the removal of you people and all of the Irish traitors as well. You're going to those countries as well because you seem to like Nigerians, Middle Easterns, Somalians, and all of the other whatever's come in here more than your own people. So you're going as well. Every single one of you. We're going to strip your citizenship and we're going to deport you too.
I'm just going to drop down there for a minute.
I can't talk to him because nobody can hear.
He has me unmuted.
He has you unmuted, but nobody can hear me talking to you because there's so much feedback. Are you playing this on your phone and TV as well, by any chance? It's only coming through the
tablet. I'm on the tablet.
Okay, so 1 second. I'm going to mute you again. Yeah, it's whatever way your microphone is picking up the sound on the tablet. You need a set of headphones or something. Or John, try logging in on your phone.
Going back to the video because he didn't read the bit with it. So just explain the video we're just playing there. Sinn Féin has followed the Green Party by signing an amnesty for migrants with outstanding deportation orders. Councillor Jerry McMonigal of Donegal made it official. This is what Sinn Féin stands for in 2026, open borders and inviting the third world into Ireland. Disgraceful. So that's what that video was about.
Now, this is going to get complicated because I'm going to have to mute you every time I speak and then unmute you when you want to come back to me, because that's the only way we can get the clear sound. There's a lot of people in the comments saying how bad it is, but actually what's coming through my ears is unbelievable when I'm speaking, the feedback from it. So we'll just have to do it this way. Look, Sinn Féin, People Before Profit, and all the left-leaning parties, including Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, are importing votes. That's what they're doing. It's the Democrat playbook. They're just importing votes. They will do anything to stay in power because they know the indigenous population is well wide to them now. So this is how they're going to do it. Look, I don't mind saying it, that in future elections we're going to have armed militia at the polling stations to stop foreigners voting. Simple as that. That is the reality. That is the only way we stop becoming an Islamic caliphate.
Okay, that's fine. Right, because Paul's disappeared off. So just before we start in the vaccine section, will you put this up?
I'm here.
You're back. Just before we start in the vaccine section, will you do our owl pal Banty McInerney?
Did you send that on to me there now?
It is up near the top, I think. Yeah, it's above the. See that's it there. It's above.
That's Tracy. Oh, I have it. Yeah. Okay. Is this the Sinn Féin one? Is this the Sinn Féin one, yeah?
Paul's humming is actually coming through like a little heartbeat. It's just going beep, beep, beep. What happened to your laptop? Who'd you throw it at?
Is this the one order, yeah? Okay, I'm going to mute you there now. Okay. Sinn Féin's flip-flop on Monaghan iPass planning issue. This is from January 22nd. One of the first major contracts to be awarded by the state to a private hospitality business for the accommodation of applicants for international protection through iPass was to Tracy's Hotel in Carrigan Cross. The hotel has remained in the ownership of three siblings, Patrick, John and Kathleen Tracy, through a holding company called Leah Unicorn Unlimited. The hotel began to accommodate people in direct provision in 2018, but asylum seekers in the hotel moved in for a time in March 2019, apparently in preparation for the tourist season. However, that switch to tourist accommodation has never happened, and the asylum contract was renewed. Okay, that's just... I'm going to stop sharing that there now. But this is Sinn Féin are giving out about this now at the moment, you know what I mean? But wouldn't give out about it at the time, you know?
To Banty McInerney. You mean, do people hear that? Start again. Sinn Féin is blatantly questioning the plan and permission of a major iPass accommodation centre in Monaghan with ties to our old pal Banty, 6 years after dismissing concerns about the facility as misinformation. So that's what that article's about.
So just more jobs to the boys, more scam money, more treachery, taxpayer money down the drain, blah 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 blah. rinse, wash, repeat. You know, we should be well sick of it at this stage. But you see, this is what happens. People get filled with apathy and they stop caring. They go, sure, look, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
Don't they? Keep getting away with it.
Sorry, this is getting complicated now. I keep having to mute your mic every time I speak. The state won't hold themselves to account, and it's a big golden circle. You know what I mean? So nothing is ever going to change. The only thing that changes is everybody decides to exit society altogether and stick their two fingers up at the government and just go live their own lives and refuse to comply with absolutely anything the state wants to do, or you take it over from the inside, which is looking less and less likely to ever happen. So I'd be leaning towards option B now, as in, you know what, you don't need them, you don't want them, tell them go away, get your communities together, get your 100 people, 300 people, 600 people, whatever together, and just tell the local council, local guards, whatever, nah, we're doing our own thing, we don't want you, go away, and look after each other.
My machine has gone slow here all of a sudden, and it's gone ridiculously slow all of a sudden. But yeah, people, if you can, sorry, I just had to throw this out while we're here, just to buy us a coffee if you can. That's the one for the Revolut, and I've also put in the link for the Buy Me a Coffee into the comments.
Orla really needs headphones. It's really, really important that you buy us a coffee or two this week. Orla needs headphones.
Yeah, no, she needs to get that laptop sorted. I should have went down. I was meant to go down ages ago and I didn't. Yeah, I know. I just didn't go down. So if you can't buy us a coffee, please do. But I'm gonna just plug in this wire here because this has gone really, really slow for me. No. Do you want to talk, Orla? Okay, well then I'll keep talking. Yeah, okay. Let me just close that down. I wanted to play a thing this is from Aisling O'Loughlin. Okay.
There's another video there she wants you to play.
Okay. What one is it?
Yeah.
No, we're on the vaccine segment, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Nursing home call, look, 38% April, 27%, 21% in January. Wow. That was from Aisling O'Loughlin, and she's doing great work now, I have to say. She really is. I want to close that down. And there's another one there. Mairead Ronan, you know your one, Mairead Ronan. You know your one off the telly that does the Ireland Fittest Family, is it? Her husband is making a fortune out of this whole scandal. So let's just play this and we'll come back. Hold on there. I've got to share the screen. Maybe that would have helped. Yeah.
Now, from keeping Davy Fitzgerald in check, and that's some job, to broadcasting from our hot press, there is never a dull moment in the life of our next guest.
Even a recent battle with COVID-19 wasn't enough to slow her down. Please welcome Mairead Ronan to the show. Hello, Mairead. How are you doing?
Oh, hello, lads. It did slow me down. It absolutely did slow me down. It was tragic. But thanks for that intro. I think COVID-19 is still slowing me down right now. I'm wrecked. I'm wrecked.
We started doing about 30 samples a day a few weeks back, and over the last couple of weeks we've ramped up to we're processing about 900 samples a day at the moment. Given the current layout of the testing process, we're currently nearing our maximum capacity. This perception sometimes that NEF just sort of they meet like sort of an evil conclave just to sort of shut things down, and that's how we get our kicks. That's not the case.
Of course.
We want society to resume. That's not the case.
Of course.
We want society to resume. Testing has ramped up significantly in the last couple of days. In addition to what we're doing ourselves at the NBRL, there are I think 7 or 8 hospitals around the country now that are testing. So we're up to probably some in the region of maybe 1,500, 1,600 tests per day, whereas not like 2 weeks ago we were doing maybe 60 samples a day. So it's been a significant increase. So yeah, so I think the more you test, the more you will find, and we've learned that from other countries as well.
How many of you in the family did get knocked down with COVID-19, Mairead?
5, and we're pretty sure the dog had it as well. I mean,
no.
Little Murph wasn't well for 2 days, but all of us got it, and all at different times.
That's some amount of money, isn't it, that passed hands there?
Blood money.
Martin's gone off there. The what?
Blood money.
Yeah, but there's millions passed through there, you know what I mean? Millions passed through there. Okay. Let's go on. Let's move on here. Are we doing vaccines now? Okay, flu shots.
The largest single study ever conducted on vaccines and dementia, with over 13 million people in it, found that vaccinated adults who got flu shots and pneumococcal shots, they faced a 50% increased risk of Alzheimer's and a 38% increased risk of dementia. And the risk increased the more doses they got. So they started to get more flu shots that they lined up every year to get it. Unfortunately, they faced the highest risks of neurodegenerative conditions, and the risk persisted for over 10 years. And so it appears, once you receive so many of these shots, it is inducing neuroinflammatory injury, dementia and Alzheimer's in vaccinated adults. So not only now do we know that the flu shot doesn't work, according to Shrestha and colleagues out of the Cleveland Clinic, flu shots increase your risk of flu by 27%. So not only do they do that, but now it appears that they increase your risk of dementia, which is absolutely terrible.
Oh my God. So the risk of dementia is 38%. That is crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Just going to pull this up here just to read it. Anyway, I want to just read it. I'm going to put you back on mute. I can hear you in my ear. I'm just going to read what he just spoke about there. Everything has gone very slow. Flu shots. They increase your risk of dementia by 38%, Alzheimer's by 50%, and the flu by 27%. A major Cleveland Clinic study found 27% of flu shot effectiveness during 24-25 season. Like, that's... How are you, Martin? You're back.
I just went Googling to see could I do it, and was there any way around fixing the sound? But no, it's just basically, Orla, just wave your hand when you want to speak, and we'll unmute you. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately, because it's literally Paul's and my voice coming across your speaker, and your mic is picking it up, and because there's a delay, it's reverbing. So it's just a case of there's no other solution. I was just checking there to see is there any way around it.
I'm going to share this one as well. This was the Cleveland Clinic bombshell, 24-25 flu vaccine. Yeah, that's what it was there. Hang on, I'll just share this. Let me just share this. This is more or less similar to what he's talking about. What is in the flu shot? Thimerosal, hydrocortisone, cetylimetolurium bromide. Okay, not good stuff. It even sounds bad. Polysorbate 20, polysorbate 80, baculovirus and cellular DNA, beta propiolactone, gelatin, sodium, deoxychelate, canine kidney cell, protein and DNA, Triton X100, egg protein, gentamicin sulfate, formaldehyde, that's for embalming bodies, neomycin, and more. Cleveland Clinic also 24-25 flu vaccines linked to higher flu risk in working adults. CDC admits just 33 to 60% effective overall, fails more than it works. Why inject junk science? Demand better. I'll bring you in order.
Says it all. Formaldehyde. Well, they'll all be looking young anyway. So, just that you look like a dead body. But anyway. So, I'd love to hand that over to somebody and say, this is what's in your shot. Would you like your vaccine now? I highly doubt it. But there's no informed consent. So, you don't get that. And not only will you get a flu shot with 27% chance of getting the flu, higher percent, you also now have a chance of getting dementia. But I'm sure if that was told, there wouldn't be such a rollout of the vaccine.
I'm just going to read out that comment there. The worst thing about all COVID flu shots, etc., is crazy. It wasn't bad enough we lost our mother, but our dad got one flu jab and he's gone like a hermit and is freaked out leaving the house. Still to this day, it's horrible. But if I attempt to speak out I'm the worst in the world with siblings. Never mind my dad. Emma, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a lot of us that put through that.
It's very easy to say, don't take any medicines, pharmaceutical industry made medicines, right? But you can't go kind of a blanket approach like that, because there are actually some good medicines out there that are very, very, very useful and do actually work. I think a big question has to be had in relation to vaccines, especially childhood vaccines. The rise in the studies are still going on, but the rise in autism, the rise in other learning difficulties, the rise in gender dysphoria, the rise in there's enough evidence there to say that there are some links. So it's very hard also to tell an elderly person of 60 or 70 when they're being bombarded with propaganda from the state to tell them not to take a flu shot. It's not an easy conversation to have. The best thing we can all do is just promote healthy living. There's honey, garlic, cumin, cayenne pepper. There's so many natural products available that can keep us healthy, that a lot of medicine is based on anyway. So it's a case of, rather than trying to convince people not to take this, offer them an alternative. Say, just to teach them, and we need to teach each other. There's some great groups out there. There's in Shinadina, there's a great natural remedies group where there's so much information in relation to healthy eating, healthy living, old medicines, old herbal remedies, how to make your own kind of winter booster pack, so to speak, from natural ingredients. That's what we need to be promoting. But to anybody with young children, I just do a huge amount of research before you let any doctor put any injection into your child. Do your own research, find out if it's the right thing to do. The other side of that then is that all of the old diseases that had been eradicated from Ireland that still exist in third world countries are now coming back into the Western world because TB is on the rise. There's a huge influx of people are bringing a lot of diseases that didn't exist for the last 40, 50 years in Ireland back into the country. So it's a real kind of tightrope you have to walk between, because if you go completely against mainstream medicine, you could end up dying of something relatively treatable with actual good medicine, so to speak. So it's a case of there's an onus on us as people to do an awful lot more reading and an awful lot more research in relation to what we're putting into our body. And I suppose that's a good way to look at it, is if you wouldn't eat it, why would you let somebody inject it into you? So yeah, I see Christine there, cleaning products, cleaning chemicals, your shampoo, your shower gel, everything we're putting on our bodies is harming us. Be something to work on, just maybe a list of basic household items that are perfectly safe to use, that are effective. Yeah, honey is one of the best foods on the planet. You can't honey. I saw a great one for basically people making honey and garlic and putting it in jars. I don't know, is it fermented or what the process is, or do you just put the garlic cloves into the honey? But it's supposed to be absolutely fantastic for you. Cloves as well have huge medicinal properties. Nettles, your dandelions, there's so much out there. And again, we need to start promoting companies, Irish companies that are selling this stuff. So it'd be another one to find some of them online, and maybe we do a video on them. People promoting proven natural remedies for your day-to-day illnesses. I feel so bad, Orla, but it's not my fault.
I was at the farmers market there Saturday week, Malone's fruit market. He had natural honey, and then I happened to see a video on TikTok. Actually, I was meant to put it up. It's really good, And this girl was showing how you tell the difference between real honey and kind of probably more faker honey. And she said, what you do is you put it in a bowl, like a spoonful of it, and you put hot water over it. And you swirl it around, just slowly swirl it around. And after a few seconds, if it's real honey, the honeycomb starts to appear. You can see the actual shape of the honeycomb. That's how you know it's real honey. But most of your farmers markets should have real honey rather than what's in the supermarkets. Plus, it's very good for anybody with allergies.
We'll take her off there now. Great show. God bless. Well, lads, we have came to the end of the show now, to be honest with you. We've got through everything. I just wanted to play a video from Anthony Casey. This was a video that was sent in to me. So I'm just going to play this and then we will finish up.
I have to be very honest. Since I was a child, I've had my brushes with evil. I've seen it. I've felt it. I've been attacked by it. I know it's very real. And that same evil I feel and I see in today's world when I look at abortion, when I look at excess deaths, when I look at the genocide of people, the replacement of people, the stomping on people. And if my life has taught me anything, it's that you don't go through your wars for nothing. They shape you and build you so that you can use it for your own purpose. So here I am, looking at God and the Holy Spirit as a guiding tool or a guiding light to shine the way, show me what it is that I have to face. Tell me that my brushes with evil through my childhood, through my youth, were not unfounded, that they were making me ready, preparing the way for what it is today, for the evil rampant in our society, and to take it on head first.
Well done there, Anthony. I didn't know what that was about, but
I've seen it on the platforms. Just a shout out there. There's a new Gale Force. Well, the YouTube has changed to Gale Force Media, but there is an actual Gale Force Media X account, and it's on other platforms as well. So look, just give us a hand, get it out there. You know what we're trying to do. You know what we're about, and we're just going to add a couple of other shows to it and bring a few new people in. And as always, if you want to do an interview with anybody, if you have a business and you want to talk to Orla, if you want to have an hour-long form chat with me, if you want to break some news or some scandal with Paul or Anthony, like I said, Shinadine is going to be doing something now, and we're always looking for people to get involved and give us a hand. So if you have any interest in on the ground interviews, if you have any interest in doing stuff in your local community, coming on having a chat, whatever, reach out to us. You'll get us on social media platforms, WhatsApp, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier, as you say, yeah. But that's what we'll do. I'll be doing on the ground reporting. I'll be going out probably this week. There's a bit of private stuff going on this week that I need to get sorted by Thursday, so it will be sorted by Thursday, but Jesus, lads, if you I'm looking over there, the amount of paperwork I have to get sorted for Thursday. Like I have to get it in tomorrow morning. So bank details, all the shit that you have to do. It's just a nightmare. So yeah. But listen, thank you very much for you all coming on. It's been emotional, Martin. Thank you. I'm just gonna pop out.
Cheers, Paul. Cheers, Orla. We'll talk to you after.
The Revolut. No problem. There's the Revolut there, people, for anyone who wants to donate. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, Martin, thank you. I'm going to drop you down and we're going to finish up then. Right, I'll talk to Orla.
That never came up.
What?
That Revolut never came up.
Did it not come up?
No.
Okay, hold on there. Let me just share that then. It popped up on my screen. Now you see, that's what happened. It jumped up in front of me there. So I thought it was on the screen, but it wasn't. It was, yeah, let me just share this now. Share this one last time, people. If you can, buy us a coffee. As you said, all it needs mics and the whole lot, and earphones and whatever else. No, she doesn't. Okay, let's just say she's Bulmers.
You really do.
Yeah. Okay, people. Martin,
Yeah,
I'm
she's
going to
good.
drop you down, and I will talk to you in a few minutes. Just stay down below for me, said the actress to the bishop. Go on, I'll talk to you in a bit. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah, fair play to you. You didn't, and I'm so proud of you. Well done. I'll talk to you in a bit. Talk to you in a minute. Cheers, Martin. Thanks very much. Now, Orla, we have you there now, and I'm going to just say good evening to you as well. Thank you very much. It has been emotional. So I'm going to drop you down, and I will talk to you in a couple of moments. Thank you. Well, guys, we're at the end of the show, and as I say every night when we're finishing up, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. Goodbye.